Hey cousins, welcome back to my channel. Y'all know why we here, so let's get to it. It's important that we seek mental help. It's important that you fix the broken child inside of you so you won't break your children and continue the cycle. And you won't continue to walk around a broken individual in your adulthood. You gotta get your mind right, because if your mind ain't right, ain't nothing else gonna be right. You can't be this old, walking around, lashing out, acting all sporadic and manic all the damn time, attacking people and yelling and screaming and getting mad when people don't say hi when you say jump. You an adult, you have to learn some self-control. How is it that one person can have so much drama in their life? One person can fall out with so many people. You can't have a decent relationship with anybody. It gotta be you. You're the common denominator in all of this. At some point, you're gonna have to take responsibility for your ish and get it together before it gets you together. No matter how you spin it and reverse it, it all comes back to you. See, when I think of her, I think of manipulator. She already building up this narrative about Miss Anita, because she about to backhand her next. How she's scary and she ain't a rider and she ain't ready to do this, that, and the other. That's a grown-ass woman. I ain't about to put my life on the risk for you either. You always in unnecessary drama, threatening people, putting yourself in situations that you shouldn't be in your damn self. And then you want somebody to put their freedom or their life on the line for you. And when they don't, they scary. They can't hang with you. Oh well, you sound like a fool. If I was Miss Anita, that would have been my cue to give you the deuces. Because you ain't worth it. You ain't worth my freedom. You gotta be shit crazy. Nah, sis. So she start to create these things to put it out there now because she know we on to her about always getting into people. So now she trying to put that narrative out about Miss Anita. So when she disappear, the blame would be on Miss Anita and not on her. But ain't nobody stupid. See, she mad because she can't fool, gaslight, manipulate, con everybody. You got some over there that's just gone. That's just gone. You a good mother and you a good friend, and y'all can't keep pacifying negative behavior just because you rock with somebody. When they wrong, and you need to call them out on their BS. Or you ain't who you say you supposed to be. That's a true friend, a true fan, or whoever the hell you think you are, or who you supposed to be in their life. You said, Keisha T, I can trust her. She ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, she dirt. Tarita, that's my dog. She gave me a place to stay. When I ain't had nowhere to stay, she looked out for me. not her name dirt. And then you start to make up all of these things and put these things on these people, but they was all good as long as they were beneficial to you. See, you only good to her as long as you doing what she say do, when she say do it, or giving her what she need at that moment. But once you get a mind of your own, or once you do your own thing, oh, that ain't gonna fly in her world. So then when Tarita come and check you and call you out on your mess, she knew Tarita was already live. See, this how she manipulates her minions. She knew Tarita was already live before she went live. She knew Tarita had already called her. So she set this all up. So when Tarita called her, she felt like if I yell loud enough, she won't be able to say what it is that need to be said. The truth won't come out if I just keep on yelling. Those type of people, I don't get a time of day to. Because you're hiding something when you can't have an adult conversation. When you can't use your indoor voice to talk to another adult. You got to go to yelling and screaming and hollering, doing all that cussing. Because you don't want the truth to come out. But you do all this big bad talking about pulling up and where you gonna be. And when she told you to pull up, the next day is, I ain't gonna pull up to nobody's house. They can meet me. Well, you knew that before you said where you was gonna be and was acting big and bad. See, y'all, the only reason she really wasn't focused on Tarita and she started back on Keisha T is because, one, because of Keisha T's size and she's so massive. And she feel like she can really pick Keisha up and throw her. But not only that, she know that Keisha T is on papers, and so therefore Keisha is gonna try to stay out of trouble. So she know Keisha ain't really, I mean, if she gotta throw them hands, and I'm pretty sure she'll throw them hands, but she really ain't trying to do that right now, being on papers, and she know that. So that's why she went for her. See, she don't want none of Tarita. She don't want that smoke with Tarita. That's why she was singing another tune off key, like she do, the next day. Because she ain't want them problems with Tarita. Because she know Tarita about that life. She knew she couldn't do her like she do some other people. So she backed down. Because she knew when Friday come, we all was going to be tuned in, waiting on her to pull up. All this, she going to pull up. She done threatened to pull up on hundreds of people, and we ain't seen her do nothing yet. It's all talk. See, she feel like if she continue to bark at the TV and bark at us and talk loud and walk around with weapons on her hip, then she's going to intimidate somebody. But ain't nobody scared of you. You bleed just like everybody else bleed. And if you really fight, like Keisha said, you fight with your head down, you got bigger fish to fry. You're scared to get hit in your face. You shouldn't knuck if you can't buck. And somebody tell Cardi Treese that if you're going to use a word repeatedly, like defamation of character, please understand the meaning of the word. Because, baby, you can't just sue nobody for their opinion. And if anybody gonna be sued, it's probably gonna be you. You on here threatening, throwing out all kind of jabs at people, saying Keisha got AIDS and she got holes in her body and calling her a rockhead. Can you prove any of that? Can you prove any of those things that you said about Tarita? See, you might be getting hit with a defamation lawsuit, big girl. Somebody saying that you didn't feed your dog, or that you're not a good mother, is not defamation of character. That's their opinion. And let me school you on one more thing. Since you consider yourself to be a celebrity, to a certain extent, you gonna have to learn to expect people to have your name in their mouth, especially when you constantly put your business out on the internet. You constantly throw things out there and then say you did it because you was mad. You can't just say stuff because you mad and then think because you delete the video or just say, use that as an excuse that that's gonna cover your behind, but then threaten to take somebody to court for defaming your character. What about all the people that you talk about? You can't just say what you want to say because you're lying. You can't just lie on people. Defamation are false statements. Us getting on here, giving our opinion about your trashy behavior is not defaming you. Open a couple books, Google a couple things before you begin to get on the internet and spew BS. But see, they eat it up over there, so they'll continue to pat her on her head and tell her, yeah, go after them, sue them. You gonna get mad at somebody's opinion when you sit up there and talk about people every day. You got a lot of nerves. But baby, let me tell you, I almost tinkled on myself when Keisha said that about that dog. And then you being you, instead of leaving well enough alone, because Lord knows if I ever did some trifling mess like that, I would have went to my grave with it. It ain't about being real. She feel like just because people don't come on here and tell all their business, they not real. You coming on here and telling every intimate detail about your life and everything that happened in your life don't make you real. You talk too much. It don't make you real though. But then you get on here the next day and tell the story. Now, you lied on your grandmother and said she told you that the dog had the cleanest mouth, and that part, I guess, was true. And then you told your story. But then when I imagine you said, oh, that doesn't sound right, so let me sprinkle a little razzle-dazzle on it and say, oh, and then she said it cured diseases too. Even at 14 years old, I don't care if my grandma did say some mess like that, which Granny said she didn't say. She said it cleans wounds or something like that, but she didn't say that. I wouldn't even... I couldn't fathom doing no mess like that. You know better at 14. Yes, you're still a child, but you should know better at that age. And in my opinion, that's why she goes so hard for Oreo. Baby, I seen her go harder for Oreo than she did do for her own children. She done called the housing people on old girl because she said she didn't feed Oreo, baby. Had a whole mess going on in her house with her children. That wasn't her concern, but she was mad as hell when old girl said she didn't feed Oreo. She like, need a man. A man for what man? What man? Who? Rose what? Rabbit what? Somebody go get Oreo up out that garage. She, what? Oreo? Come let me smack that head in her words. Child. Hey, in my opinion, because at 14 you should have knew better, so you can't convince me now that it won't happen again. Ain't no way in this world that would have happened. And then you try to justify it by saying even more disgusting things. Y'all know that y'all was with y'all cuz nah, honey. No. Don't try to put all that off on everybody else because y'all was doing God knows what with God knows who. Everybody didn't live that life. Everybody don't know what you're talking about. So don't try to justify your actions with some more disgusting things and then try to convince people that everybody did this stuff when they were younger, because nah. That ain't happened. Not where I'm from. Ain't nowhere in the world we'd have sat around and even watched no mess like that. If you wouldn't be so nasty to people and put their business out there or attempt to slander their name and their character, you wouldn't have to worry about people coming back after you. You're too old to do the things that you do and say the things that you say, and then you try to say it's comedy. But some shit just ain't funny. You gotta learn how to separate your real life from this fictitious life that you done created for yourself. I've never seen a millionaire celebrity who's so bothered by everybody and everything and got so much time to be in so much drama. If I had $1 million, I wouldn't give a what nobody was on the internet saying about me, giving their opinion. It's people on YouTube who give their opinion about me. I don't give a damn. I don't show up to everything that I'm invited to in real life. So I'm damn sure not going to entertain every and anybody who say this page's name to get a reaction out of me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a Gemini, so I can go from sugar to in 2.2 seconds, and I do got plenty of petty in me. So, certain days I do have time. But most of the time, it ain't even worth my time or energy to entertain things that don't apply to me. See, when you know better, you do better. When you know who you are, certain things don't bother you. When you're confident in who you are, what you do, they can say what they want to say. You have to get to that place. But too much pettiness is in you for you to let go. You don't know how to leave well enough alone. Why can't nobody just leave you and it be peaceful? Every time somebody leave from around you, it always drama that follows behind it, and it starts with you. All of your children are gone. You said you were going to start doing your comedy thing and doing all this, but all you done since you gave the first set away was drama, and we haven't seen nothing else from you. And then you done gave your last one away, and you're still just twerking in restaurants, hollering and yelling and keeping up the same BS. Ain't nothing gonna change, because ain't nothing gonna change. You use excuses of why you gave your children away. 1 minute is because people calling CPS or DCF or whatever y'all call it on your children. The next minute is because people putting your address out there. The next second is because you got stuff to do. You got a career. This the same person who always quoting the money and the evil quote. But this is the person who think they can control people, lead with money, worship money, praise money, so much so that she'll give away all her children just so she can show out in peace and, in my opinion, continue to harass people in peace. It ain't the money that's evil. It's the people in search of it. Evil recognize evil. That's why it's always on our lips. But I think that those children being gone is one of the best things that happened. And the best thing that could come from her was those children. And at this point, I don't see nothing else good coming from her. Because every day she wake up, she choose violence. And at damn near 40 years old, this ain't the way to act. At some point, you gotta grow up. You have little ones looking up to you. This shouldn't be the example that they see. You ain't the baddest person in the room. You can't beat everybody. You ain't the most cunning. You ain't the slickest. You ain't the toughest. Learn some self-control. Money ain't everything. And to anybody who put themselves in the situation with her, from here on out, deserves everything they get, in my opinion, because you know who she is. And when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Well, until next time, cousins, I love you all. You're going to learn something today. And we always going to pop our ish over here. I will see you all soon. I'm going to try to do better with uploading more videos. But I appreciate you all who are loyal. And let's make it to 1,000 subbies so we can start going live, so y'all can see my true personality, so we can laugh. I love to laugh. So let's get it. And we're also going to do a giveaway when we get to 1,000 and go live. So I love you all, cousins.